Hi TikTok. Hi everybody. I don't know, I wasn't gonna do anything tonight. I was gonna go to sleep. That was about 20 minutes ago. A cat walked by. The cat's come back now. The cat's here. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm just gonna do a pretty low-key live because hello, Zach. Hello, Mooseby. Hello, Roger. Hello, user. Hello, wet bread. Hello, Omar. Hello, Scott. Hello, Don. Hello, everyone. Hello, Linda Joy. Nice to meet you. Hello, Don. Hello, everyone. Hello, Linda Joy. Nice to meet you. Revolution. To the live. Thank y'all for being there. Hello, Taylor. Hello. Hello. Still waiting for, I guess, the right person to show up. But hello, Chris. Hello, Alexis. Hello, Sigmund. Hello, Garrett. Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hello, Garrett. Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hello, Certified. Hello, Robbie. Welcome to the Pillar Revolution. Welcome to Fairy Liberation Front. Welcome to this cat. Hello, Elm. I was kind of doing some TikTok magic. While people are here, I'll let you know what kind of magic it is. It's TikTok magic. See how that works? Hello, Certified. Welcome back. Thanks for realizing that this is probably going to be okay. This is probably going to be not bad. Panda Express. Hello, welcome. I can't read your name, but it's written nicely. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Puffin. Welcome to Fair Liberation Front, Church of Judas, and Pillar Revolution. Let's see, Chris. Hello, Chris. You've been here for a minute. How are you? Why don't you take a seat right over there? Oh, another comment I missed. Gargamel, Gigamez, Jesus loves you. Funny you should ask. So, being here, random selection from this book. That's the type of magic. Or you just let cat purr. I think that's what TikTok does right now. TikTok deserves right now. TikTok. Where you been? We're looking for the right person. Hello. I'm still looking for the right person. Thanks for making room for the right person to arrive. Oh, I guess I should check the messages. Hello. Welcome to Pillar Revolution, Fairy Liberation Front, Church of Judas. Oh yeah, no messages so far. No likes so far. Egypt. State Bird. Hello, State Bird. How are you? I'm Puffin. Nice to meet you. Buckethead. Nice to meet you, Buckethead. Sophia. Nice to meet you, Sophia. My first kind of girlfriend was named Sophia. Thanks for being here. Welcome to Pillar Revolution, Fair Liberation Front. I'm Puffin. Nice to meet you. I was kind of gonna do some magic, TikTok magic, but I don't know if well, I figure if you lasted past that, then you might be the right person to do TikTok magic with. Whoa, there's a cat here. Hello. I might remember you. Oh yeah, Maddie. Yeah, hi, Maddie. I thought I remembered you because I remembered someone asking me if I remembered them. You're from Australia, right? Nice to meet you. Or Oz, as they call it. Some people call Australia Oz, like TikTok. Like TikTok is from Oz. Although the TikTok that, yeah, I remember. You're like one of the first person that went live with me, like, I don't know, 6 months ago? Sure. I mean, I'm not doing anything. Australia, cool. Have you heard people call it Oz before? Do you remember TikTok? Have you ever heard of TikTok? The Machine Man of Oz? Hello. Okay. There's a cat here. There it is. How are you, Maddie? Thanks for being here. Are you having a nice day?
Puffin? I'm having a great day. Oh my god, I should get Sophie in here.
Is Sophie there too?
Yeah, I'll get her in. Can I rejoin the live?
Yeah, do it however you want to. Yeah.
Alright, cheers.
Cheers. See you shortly. Okay. So I don't know exactly how that works. But there. That looks like that might work. Well, okay. Here come people. Hello. There's a Sophia. Oh, that's it. That's you in the chat. Hello. Feel free to request if you want to be in a box. That makes me wistful. Let me put TikTok back on the screen. Okay. So, if you don't know who TikTok is the Machine Man of Oz, the Clockwork Man. Hello. Thanks for sharing. I don't know how much all that's gonna work. Oh, welcome back. Oh, here's the guest requests. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Well, I kind of forgotten. It's been a while since I had guests on the live. At work. We might have to redo it because it might work. I might have to restart again because something didn't connect right. Yeah, you're welcome to join, but I can't get it to work. I guess it worked that time.
Just doing something.
How are you?
Sophie, you have to click request.
I was trying to invite her.
Sophie has to click request. I don't think she knows.
Someone else needs to use
it.
I might be having some type of technical difficulty.
Scoffy J, just keep trying.
I don't know.
Okay, so do you see down like on the bottom of your screen it should say like you know how you accept. Where is she?
Yeah, I might have just been having a
Hi, Scoffy J.
I might have just been having
I
might have been having an internet slowdown.
Hello, Puffin.
Oi, guys, I'll be back.
How are you, my friend?
Hi. How are you?
I'm lovely.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Looks so
It's
great.
nice to see you again.
Nice talking to you
It's
again,
good to hear.
Puffin. Yes.
Yeah, it's nice to hear your voice as well. I haven't been
Thank
live
you,
very
Puffin.
much, and I wasn't really gonna go live. But then I thought, oh,
Oh, really?
why not? Maybe something magical will happen. Hello. Thank you all for
I
joining.
sent you a rose.
Oh, the Legion Scarecrow. They have an interesting name.
Who has an interesting name?
Someone in the chat.
Mom,
They probably don't realize how interesting their name is. Some people don't really
can
know
you
how
call
interesting
Leah
they are.
because she's trying to call me, but I'm on live.
You can just join back. We can join back.
No.
Yeah, you can always come back if you have something else to do. That's TikTok right there. The Machine Man.
My Puffin.
Puffin, we missed you.
Where we
That's
met.
not Rihanna, Mum.
I wonder what
It's Kaylani. Kaylani. Look how close she is.
Something weird.
Hello, Puffy.
Thank you for following me. I'll make sure I'm following you back. Yeah, we're friends. Cool.
Puffin, I sent you a rose.
Oh, thank you. Like I said, my connection might be kind of weird. Thanks for the rose.
Yes, alright. You're welcome.
I'll send you a fox.
Oh, me? Thank you.
I just had it handy. There's a fox.
It's lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you having a nice day?
Yeah. It's a bit tiring, but how's your day been? Or night? Or something?
I did therapy teacher. Pretty good.
Pardon?
Again. What did you have a good day too?
Puffin, are you talking to me?
I'll talk to anyone, but I have a good day too, yeah.
My day was okay. I've got one. Got one. Puffin.
Yes.
Puffin?
I had a magical plan for
Have you been
this
reading your
live.
book?
I wrote a book,
Puffin?
The Puffin's Magic Dragon Fairy Tales,
Have you been
or a
reading
different
it?
book.
Huh?
No, I haven't been reading this live, but I can read. I haven't read this live. I haven't been reading really at all, but I can read a little bit right here. The Jelly Dragon.
Okay, you can read.
This is a Jelly Dragon story. Now she took on and placed it on her head. And she took the scepter and placed it on the Jelly Dragon and raised it high. As your new queen,
Puffin, I love your
placed
reading.
it on the Jelly Dragon. Thank you.
Your reading soothes me.
Well, what did you want me
It
to read?
makes me relax.
I could read some TikTok.
Any book that you
TikTok.
read is gorgeous.
Oh, thanks. I have a choose your own adventure book here. It's the Silk
You can
King.
read that.
And I have one of my older books, The Art of Betrayal by God.
Do you want to read that one?
I'll read some of it, sure. I'll just turn to a random page and read some of it.
Alright.
Only going against the artistic impulse is a betrayal. One artist has one focus and message to convey, and another. It's up to the artist. But if people can feel like something someone has done is not respectful, the artist will be made aware of that and can hopefully answer the concern so that a dialogue opens and more of the message is heard. There's a radio interview with EME Freethinker, an artist who works in graffiti on the Berlin Wall. Anyway, that's interesting. I forgot. But yeah, this book has got a lot of it was written during the 2020, I guess. It's got a lot of
Do you write your...
dark stuff in it.
Oh.
I'll read you some of the Puffin's Magic Bag fairy tales because it's got a little bit more lighter stuff in it.
You write your own books, Puffin?
Yeah, I wrote this one. I think I probably started reading you this story. I'll read it to you now because I'm not doing anything.
Oh, well.
This is the Stone Dragon. This is a story called The Stone Dragon, Basil Iscariot. Every evening the girl laid flowers at the feet of the statue. She loved the statue. Well, she loved a man who had been turned into stone. Now that he was a statue, she loved the statue and visited it every day. She sat with it and talked to it and watched for the arrival of their mutual friend, a bluebird. She knew her beloved had still heard everything she said, too. The bluebird could hear the statue's tiny stone voice and told its lover what it said. She often repeated the same plea. "Please forgive me for letting you take this quest that turned you into stone," she wailed when she felt his cold, hard face and missed the softness and warmth of his skin. "It was my own ambition that drove me as much as yours," the bird relayed to her, "and the desperation of poverty. The king's prize was so tempting, our own castle, servants, a place in the royal court, all for an eye." The statue heard the wistfulness still in her voice. "For a long time I wish I'd gotten it for you, for us," it whispered, and the bird chirped it to her. "But I've come to accept now that it all turned out for the best. It isn't so bad being a statue, and you seem much better off without me. I just feel like a fool for chasing a dangerous prize and losing you." "You're no fool," the girl said. "Many others took the challenge too, and all share the same fate." She looked around the garden outside the stone dragon's cave. It was full of statues, mostly of humans. All of them had come to slay the stone dragon, Basil Iscariot, or to steal his right eye. This was the eye Basil used to turn people to stone. If they looked at it, they all found out the hard way. "I'm doing well now. Thank you for noticing," she blushed. "But I would rather be with you, even in our poorest days. To be together was the greatest treasure." She wore her worst clothes when she went to visit him, the shabbiest garment she owned, because she was ashamed of how well she was doing without him. Even with his biggest rat-catching bonuses, he never pulled in as much as she did now, collecting and arranging flowers and rubbish from the forest floor and selling them at the market. She also had all the new and fancy clothes and jewelry, gifts from the young men in town since her lover had been petrified. The older men gave her gifts too, or made gifts for what she used to buy from them, like the Cheesemeister, who never let her pay for her cheese.
Puffin, I sent you another gift.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Should I read more of the story?
Sure.
The Cheesemaster never let her pay for her cheese. He had a special wheel set aside for her each week. So she had become quite well off since her love had turned to stone, but she really thought she would trade it all to have him back in their hovel again. And she could still sell her flowers, and they could have a hut, or even a cottage together. She could afford one now, but she stayed in the hovel because she couldn't leave the memories there. And it was here, the Stone Dragon's Cave. Oh, and it was near the Stone Dragon's Cave and a statue garden. Many of the statues were very old. You couldn't even tell they were people, just pillars of ivy. With what? Thank you. And welcome,
You're welcome.
Jimbo. Welcome, Jimbo. Jimbo's probably long gone by now. I didn't see that till just now. Many of the statues are very old. You couldn't even tell they were people, just pillars of ivy with a hand poking out for a clue. There were stories of the stone dragon that had to be passed down from her grandmother's grandmother. The town had named him Basil Iscariot, after a legendary man who had befriended and betrayed their Savior Jesus. Some said he was a direct descendant, but most thought this was a silly myth. No one knew the dragon's real name, because everyone who met it became a statue before they could make any formal introductions. Other statues were very recent. Some had even arrived after the girl's lover. Most of them had come on the same quest he had been on, which made the girl wonder. Why did the king want the dragon's right eye so badly anyway? She asked. To turn people into stone, the bird told her. His right eye turns you into stone, and his left eye turns you back into flesh. Then we can restore you, the girl said, delighted. We just have to get Basil to look at you with his left eye. How hard can that be? Don't try it, the bird said, and flew down to a new stone figure right beside it. It was a statue of a girl peeking her head around it with a sword in her hand and a scale hanging from her wrist. Her other hand was just lifting the edge of her blindfold above her eye. I told myself I wouldn't look. When you hear the stone dragon, you can't help yourself. I could lure him out here and get him to look at you with his left eye and turn you back. I could take you back home with me instead of visiting you here like a grave every evening. She was hatching plans in her mind, wondering what kind of bait the stone dragon would like. Please don't try it, the bird pleaded, the wishes of the statue. I'm happy being a statue, and you're happier now, I can tell, without me. You're better off. You don't need to hide it from me. Just enjoy your life. Accept me as I am, a stone in the shape you once loved. And you don't need to visit me every day. Come once a week, once a month, once a year if you like. The time doesn't change for me anyway. But it changes for me, the girl cried. I don't want to live to a ripe old age without you. Why would I? It may seem like no time goes by for you, but I miss you all day every day. And it makes the days so long and always wishing for the past or hoping for a distant future. But I could have you back now, soon. What if you came back to life, and I'm an old woman? Will you still want me, or you're still so young? And why should I miss you all these years if I can get you back? It's not worth it, the bird said, as gruffly as his little bird body could. Just live your life, and let me be cold stone. At least I'm safe. You know nothing worse can happen to me. And I'll be around long after you're gone. That's the statue talking, the girl accused, pointing at it. My lover would never have been so unfeeling when he was alive and had a heart that was not turned to stone. But I know your heart is in you. I know it can beat again, and you can live again. I will lure the stone dragon out to look upon you again. It may even free some of the others if we pull it off. What do you mean, we? If I could stop you from doing this, I would, the bird said. I mean me and the bird, we. And you can't stop me, the girl resolved. I didn't stop you from the danger when the prize was just a castle. So I won't let you stop me when I can save you. I'm not even trying to steal the dragon's eye. Just get him to look at you. She went home in a hurry and finished her plan before he could talk her out of it. The next day she returned and went right to the cave of the stone dragon and threw pebbles in until he heard him rustling. Who dares wake me? Basil's cold voice echoed from the cave. You'll have to catch me to find out. Maybe another statue for your garden, the girl called out, running away from the cave. She didn't look back, for you could hear the dragon scattering rocks in the cave mouth and bounding after her. She just reached the statue of her lover and hid behind it and could hear Basil breathing on the other side. Are you that little girl from yesterday morning? I thought you lifted your blindfold. Yes, go ahead, take a peek, the dragon coaxed. Ha ha! Your eyes are really that.
Hey, Possum.
Your eyes really are that. Yeah.
Would I be able to join back soon because I'm getting a call?
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'll be here.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. See you in a minute.
Love the story.
Thank you. You'll have to catch to catch me to find out. Let's see, how do I do that? Oh well, that's as good as it'll be for now. The next day she returned and went right to the stone dragons. Oh yeah. Take a peek. Haha, your eyes are really bad, the girl laughed. You turned that child to stone already, but not me. The dragon pounced on top of her beloved statue and hissed, "Look at me!" And the girl couldn't help herself. She looked up and saw the green and purple scales of the dragon, edged with gold, his long round head, with his left eye squinting, turned towards her. Now choose where you want to spend eternity. I presume you have come to join your lover? I see you visit him every day, even in the rain. She buried her face in her hands. I've come to beg you to restore him to life. Is it true you can do it, if you look at him with your left eye? Yes, it is true. I can restore him to life, but why should I? He's happier this way, and will last much longer. Don't you want to join him, to live forever in stone, side by side? It sounded romantic the way he said it, and she knew her spirit would remain, just as her lover could still speak to her with stone lips. Maybe with stone ears they could hear each other. Could I hold him, embrace him? The girl asked, considering it. Just then the bluebird flew down and landed on the stone girl's head. Don't listen to him. Well, to be honest, your lover is saying do, but I, the bird, say don't listen to him. Imagine that, Basil scoffed. A bird telling you to listen to. But even he said it himself. Your lover wants you to join him in my statue garden. You can see I keep my collection quite well. So I can get into position before you change me? The girl asked. No, the bluebird cried. I mean, he is saying yes, but don't listen to him. Yes, you can, however you like, Basil invited. Well, we need to move this little girl. She is in the way, the girl said. Do you mind? What, move her over? She has her arm around him. She will break, Basil protested. You have to turn her back to life, I mean, the girl explained. Oh yes, I suppose so, the dragon said, climbing back down. He covered the eyes of the statue of her lover, saying, we don't want him to see this, and he opened his left eye for the little girl. She dropped the sword and pulled the blindfold back down. Get out of here, the girl ordered, turning the small one around. And don't look back. The girl did as instructed, and was soon away from the field of statues. Now take your position, the dragon said, and stood before them with both eyes closed. The girl put her arms around the statue and pressed her body close to the cold stone. She was ready to be a statue with her lover until the magic wore off or the dragon changed his mind or eternity, whichever came first. But the bird flew down and flapped his wings in her face. I won't let you do it, the bluebird called out. The world needs you alive, both of you. Don't forget the dream you had just yesterday, to restore life to your lover and your love to life. Basil just spoke calmly. You've seen him, talked with him. You know how he won't grow old or die or change or wear down with the seasons. You can be like they are. Take his hand. Open your eyes and look into mine. No, you don't, the bluebird said, spreading his wings wide before the girl's face. And you listen to me, Basil Iscariot. I don't want to see you leering at the field folks and turning them into statues. Why do you do it anyway? Just so you will always have company that will never leave you? Why don't you make friends by being nice instead of petrifying people? That's not why. What are you talking about? Why am I listening to you? You're just a bird, the dragon grumbled. A bird who knows a lot more about making friends than you do, the bluebird said, jutting her head. Because I listen to people and talk to them. Well, I really listen because I repeat what they say. And I know all the woes of these people and the lives they miss that they left behind when you turn them into stone. You don't know any of these things, but you know this girl comes visiting every day. You know she has a heart. If you let this couple be together alive, I'm sure she would come visit you too, if you wanted. Basil was silent for a moment, then asked in a voice that cracked like mica, You would do that for me? The stone tear fell from his left eye, a water one from his right. Of course I would, the girl said, as often as you'd let me. Why, that's the only reason you didn't have a friend. You just hadn't been asked yet? She was crying now, too, and he even saw little tears falling from the beak of the bluebird. But they were all tears of joy. Okay, I'll do it. I'll bring your lover back to life, Basil said with pride. He opened his left eye and looked at the statue, and it became a boy again. He returned to the embrace of the girl and met her lips with a long last kiss. The girl was as good as her word, and her lover sometimes came too. She fashioned an eye patch for Basil so he wouldn't have to squint when they visited, and he really enjoyed wearing it. He said it made him feel like a pirate. They had a favorite pastime too. Every day or two they would pick another statue and bring them back to life. It was so nice to hear their stories after guessing who they were and from what era of time they might have come. It was fascinating to find out things she never knew about the past, even some of her own ancestors, from people who lived again. What do you want to talk about? Just anyone's welcome to join. Just tell me what you want to talk about in comments and I'll pull you up. Yeah, just let me know what you want to talk about and I'll let you up. Of course I would, the girl said, as often as you'd let me. Oh, wait. The girl was as good as her word, and her lover sometimes came too. She fashioned an eye patch for Basil so he wouldn't have to squint when they visited, and he really enjoyed wearing it. He said it made him feel like a pirate. They had a favorite pastime too. Every day or two they would pick another statue and bring them back to life. It was so nice to hear the stories after guessing who they were and from what era of time they might have come. It was fascinating to find out things she never knew about the past, even some of her ancestors, from people who had lived again. And of course word got back around town when people's relatives and great-grandparents were coming back to life. The king heard rumors including that the stone dragon was wearing an eye patch. Since it had been his obsession to steal the eye, he assumed someone must have done it. He took the royal carriage from the cave to the stone dragon, had his royal trumpeteers sound a blast to rouse him, and made his demands when the dragon appeared wearing his fancy eye patch. Basil Iscariot, dragon of stone, I command you, tell me now who has stolen your eye. Well, it was caught by a young girl of your kingdom, your majesty, but she already has a boyfriend. Damn you, that's not what I mean, the king shouted. Who has your eye, dragon? Tell me. The dragon drew close to the king. I can do better than that. I will show you. And he lifted the eye patch and turned the king to stone. The people rejoiced. They'd never really liked the king that much. The dragon did turn the king back to life after the other statues, but by that time he had a new queen. They had a new queen they liked much better. She was very kind to the old king, though, and she was kind to everyone, and let him watch. She was, in fact, the same girl who had freed so many of the townsfolk and their dear long-lost relations. As queen, she made sure no one was poor, and never betrayed her promises, but had regular banquets with Basil Iscariot. That is Puffin's Magic Dragon Fairy Tales, a story called The Stone Dragon Ballad Basil Iscariot. Let me see what you guys want to talk about, because I might just shut down the live. Can I join? I like the book. Yes. Thanks for liking the book. Thank you, book. Thanks. Okay. I think they might have left. Alright, nice to meet you. I'm Puffin. That was Puffin's Magic Dragon Fairy Tales. Another book I wrote is The Art of Betrayal by God. So you can look up my books and get copies for yourself. This is a book that I did not write. This is by L. Frank Baum. This is where TikTok comes from. This is TikTok of Oz. And I'll read you a section of TikTok of Oz for the magic of it. Are y'all witches? Are you a witch? FBGM? Are you a witch? Why not? So, this is TikTok of Oz. I'll read you a random page and it'll probably turn you into a witch. What shall I do? She asked sorrowfully. Turn her out, gardener, with the others, commanded the roses. We will have no ruler until a man rose is ripe enough to pick. Very well, said for opposing your wishes, but you and the others, including Ozga, must get out of the Rose Kingdom immediately, if not before. Don't you love me, Guardy? Asked Shaggy, carelessly displaying the magnet. I do, I dote on thee, answered the gardener earnestly. But no true man will neglect his duty for the sake of love. My duty is to drive you out. Out you go. With this, he seized a garden fork and began jabbing it at the strangers in order to force them to leave. Hank the mule was not afraid of the fork. When he got his heels near the gardener, the man fell back to avoid a kick. But now the roses crowded around the outcasts, and it... Spider. Hello, Blam Todd. Nice to meet you. While I turn the page... was soon discovered that beneath their draperies of green leaves were many sharp thorns which were more dangerous than Hank's heels. Neither Betsy nor Ozga nor Shaggy nor the mule cared to brave those thorns, and when they pressed away from them, they found themselves slowly driven through the garden door into the greenhouse. From there they were forced out at the entrance, and so through the territory of the flower-strewn Rose Kingdom, which was not very great extent. The Rose Princess was sobbing bitterly. Betsy was indignant and angry. Hank uttered defiant hee-haw, and the Shaggy Man whistled softly to himself. The boundary of the Rose Kingdom was a deep gulf, but there was a drawbridge in one place, and this the royal gardener let down until the outcasts had passed over it. Then he drew it up again and returned with his roses to the greenhouse, leaving the four queerly assorted comrades to wander into the bleak and unknown country that lay beyond. That's a good place to stop, don't you think? I don't mind much, remarked Shaggy, as he led the way over the stony, barren ground. I've got to search for my long-lost little brother anyhow, so it won't matter where I go. Hank and I will just help you find your brother, said Betsy, in her most cheerful tone. I'm so far away from home now that I don't suppose I'll ever find my way back. And to tell the truth, it's more fun traveling around and having adventures. Ain't it the truth? TikTok tackles a tough task. We should probably read TikTok tackles a tough task, because TikTok has a tough task to tackle. While Shaggy and his companions stood huddled in a group on one side, the army of Oogaboo was approaching along the pathway, the tramp of their feet being now and again accompanied by a dismal groan as the officer stepped on the stone or knocked his funny bone against his neighbor's sword handle. Marched private files, bearing the banner of Oogaboo, which fluttered from a long pole. This pole he stuck in the ground just in front of the well, and then he cried in a loud voice, I hereby conquer this territory in the name of Queen Anne so forth of Oogaboo, and all the inhabitants of this land I proclaim her slaves. Hello, Graciela Martin. Nice to meet you. Talk. I should return to the way it was. Kind of what I expected. Yeah. Hello. Welcome to the live. Okay. Thanks, TikTok. That was lots of fun. I guess I read my story, got on the live, and somebody gave me a bunch of likes. Thanks for the likes. 661 likes. How very kind of you. Hello. Goodbye. Yeah, I feel like since I did the story, I'll probably just close out the live and save this, and it'll be a little bit shorter, so it'll be easier to share later. Thanks. Why doesn't it give me the turning off screen? There we go. Little delay. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed the Stone Dragon Basilisk Ariat from Puff Magic Dragon Fairy Tales. It's easy, and a short selection of